get started, raise of hands how many people have heard or know about Luge? Oh wow, a lot of you guys. That's awesome. Well anyways, I'm Reid and I'm a Luger. Sounds a bit funny, but I get it all the time. For those of you that don't know what Luge is or you don't know much about it, it's pretty much extreme tobogganing. You're going down on a tiny sled, feet first, down a nice track that's about a mile long, and you can reach speeds of up to 140 kilometers an hour. Sounds pretty cool, right? This past season, it's been a huge one for me. I got to spend time on the junior and senior national luge team. I got to race in the world champs and got a couple top 3 finishes on the Youth World Cup circuit. And of course, getting this Youth Olympic medal is a big one for me. So, although luge is an independent sport, having a good sense of sportsmanship is still really important. Everyone is fighting one another to get to that top spot and doing whatever they can. But as funny as this may sound, some of my competitors, even my tightest ones, are some of my best friends. Racing some of my closest friends has kind of become second nature to me, something we do on a weekly basis. Everyone who I'm racing against is doing everything they can to win, and from time to time, as you can imagine, things can get pretty tense. So, all my competitors I race against are always super friendly, even when I'm on that second place spot instead of the first place. If you ask me, I think luge has the perfect balance of a competitive edge and just having a friendly atmosphere too. This past February, I got to go to the Youth Olympic Games, and it was one of the greatest experiences of my life, one I could never forget. It was really interesting meeting all these people doing all these different sports from all around the world, and we still share the same passion for sport. So a luge race has 2 runs. Best 2-run combined time wins. It's that easy. And after my first run at the Youth Olympic Games, I was in 5th place, but I was only 800ths off a potential podium time. 800ths? That's literally how long it takes for you to blink an eye. So I had a really good second run and I got to hold on to the 3rd place spot, but only by 200ths of a second to my Austrian friend. Now, I was really moved by the way he took his 4th place after being so close, because he almost got it, but he wasn't angry or upset. He was just really happy for all of us that got there, just like a good sport. After that, I was really inspired. Like, it was unreal. And then he really made me realize that there's more to just the sport than results. We're out there having a good time, and if you ask me, that's just the perfect example of good sportsmanship right there. I've been doing this sport for just about 10 years, and it's given me so many great things and it's changed me unbelievably. But one of the scariest thoughts I have to this day is, what if I never found luge? Where would I be? Would not be nearly the person I am today. When you're ripping at 140 kilometers an hour on a tiny sled down a track, and you have to stay calm on there. It really makes things a lot easier. Like when people are freaking out about final exams and stuff, you know, I just think, well, at least it's not a luge race. It could be worse. Ever since I found luge, I've sort of become a bit of an adrenaline junkie. If I'm not training, I'm spending my time skiing or mountain biking. But as crazy as I want to get on that, I can't hurt myself, unfortunately, because can't risk losing all that hard work and training. But out of all the things this sport's given me, the best thing I've gotten is all the friendships. Racing can be stressful from time to time, but at the end of the day, we're all just good friends out there having a good time. Learning sportsmanship from all these people all around the world has been one amazing journey. So, yes, that's a picture of me crashing, and I was going about 130 kilometers an hour there. But I walked away without a scrape or a bruise. A lot of people think that luge is super dangerous because we're going really fast, but ice isn't all that bad to slide on. All right, another raise of hands. Who plays sports here, or just does a sport and does some regular competitions? Crazy, like all of you guys. Well, anyways, regardless whether you play sport or not, sportsmanship is still a very important skill to have. Always show gratitude to your competitors. After a game, a race, whatever it might be, just always go out there, shake their hand and be like, hey, that was a good fight you put out there. And if you lost, just tough it out and be like, hey, congratulations on winning. Officials and refs and volunteers, they might not be in the sport, but respecting them is also very important. If a ref calls you out and they're not there to do that to give you a bad time. They're just there to make the game the best they can. It's really important to give them a nice thank you after. But the one rule of sportsmanship that I follow the most is to be a good model of sportsmanship. Always be that one to go the extra step and just be the guy who's being polite, honest, all that stuff. Others will pick up on it, and I did. It worked for me for sure. So, for me, I'm going to be spending this summer in the weight room getting as strong and fit as I can for the next coming seasons. My goal is to race in the 2018 Olympic Games in Korea and be a medal hopeful for the 2022 Olympics in Beijing, China. Thank you very much for having me, and just remember, if you have a strong sense of sportsmanship, no matter whether you win or lose, great things will come out of it.